I lost myself, y'all. And as I was losing myself, I didn't even realize I was losing myself. While I was lost, I didn't realize it. And you know what made me realize? What made me finally realize like I lost myself. Like I'm lost. It was me looking back at like I was watching like my old YouTube videos. And I think it started on TikTok. It started on TikTok. You know TikTok has those the memories like Facebook used to have memories. And TikTok kind of has that. And like one of my videos came up and it just made me go down like this little rabbit hole of me. And also probably because my 3-year Enchantress of Romance anniversary is coming up. Don't forget, email coach me or free coaching to enchantress of romance at gmail.com for your free coaching session. But it might partly be because of that, because we're kind of full circle. We're kind of at this mark on my journey where I'm trying to make sense of things. I'm trying to like sift through some things, trying to find out my next moves, my next steps. Um, I know that as of late, like the last few weeks or so, maybe a bit longer, I've been battling with like this body dysmorphia that I told y'all about it a couple of podcasts ago, that I used to be heavier. I used to be overweight. And from time to time, I will look in the mirror, or I will like look at myself recording, and I will get a glimpse of the old me. And it would discourage me. It would make me, um, I ain't gonna say think less of myself, but it would make me like just be hard on myself. And I'm just now realizing that if you've been following me for a while, you know that last year I lost everything. Um, I lost my car. I lost my home. Um, it just, I ain't gonna say that's everything. It's major, especially if you're an adult. You want your own place. You want your own vehicle to do your own thing. But last year, I lost it, and it's just through the struggle, through the storm. I've been trying to stay positive, trying to keep my vibration high, still, connecting with the messages of the collective, getting y'all messages or whatnot. But after a minute, I started to get into a space of not pouring into myself. I would sometimes find me in a spell of depression, and I would just write it out. Like I know I'm being spiritually attacked from different angles, but I know I just would find me in low vibrational spaces. And once I would come out of it, I would know like, okay, I defeated that spiritual warfare and all is well. Not knowing that I'm just not facing like, I honestly have not mourned my losses. We're gonna call them losses as well, like, because it's not really a loss. It was a cleansing. I know that things expire, things run their course, and you have to lose in order to gain, to make room. But I haven't mourned the losses. I haven't mourned the home that I was in for 13, 14 years. My home, me and my children's home. Like my babies grew up in that home. And I just hadn't connected with the loss of it. And I just been doing my single mom thing. Just keep on pushing, just keep moving through, just keep pushing through it. But lately I've been feeling like this silence from my higher self. Like I've been praying, I've been meditating, but then I've been finding that I haven't been praying as thoroughly as I used to. I haven't been able to like really connect in meditation like I used to. And I feel like that's because it's getting to a time where my energy really needs like a deep cleansing, like a real, I gotta connect with all of the feelings, all of the things that I'm epiphysizing right now. Yeah, I know that's not a word, but it just feels right. The things that I'm epiphysizing right now. My epiphanies, they're giving me insight into what I really need to focus on within myself to get to the next steps that I've been trying to get to. Like, I've been trying to consistently figure out, like, what's next? What do I do next without giving up? Because honestly, I have felt like I've been in a space of stagnancy. I've been in a space of like things not moving the way that I want them to move, which is why I can always get on here and let you know that it's going to be okay. Things may not be working out how you plan for them to work or how you envision them to work just yet, but it's coming. And it's because I'm in my own experience of, you know, remaining patient, being patient, and being patient in my patience, being calm, being um, internalizing everything. I journal a lot. That's also why I encourage you to journal. I know it helps, but it helps also to read back in your journal, to go back to old entries and just, get a feel, remember where you were, first of all, excuse me, and also to remember how far you've come. I know that I've grown a lot. I know that things have shifted within me, but I also know that there is something that, like, it's like I feel like I have one foot in the past. I have a lot of dreams of, like, aside from the dreams that I get to deliver messages, aside from the dreams I get to encourage me, I get a lot of dreams of past people, past connections. And sometimes it causes me to think of these past connections, and it causes me to feel like, okay, maybe I should, reconnect, reconcile. But then I always, every single time, it's getting a little warm in here with that open. Every single time I get into a space where like maybe I can reconnect or whatnot, and I've already forgiven anything, everything, other people, myself, situations, all of that. But I always get into a space where I feel like maybe we can reconnect, maybe that was just a space and time where we needed to disconnect, and all is well. But spirit always, every time, it's like, no, we pulled you out of connections for a reason. Not so you can go back, but so you can move forward. Um, like, forgiveness does not mean acceptance. I'm gonna say that, because I feel like because I've forgiven certain things, certain people, that means, okay, now you can go back. You've forgiven them, but that's forgiveness isn't about reconciliation. It's about healing. It's about healing. Saying that to say, I feel like my past surfaces a lot in my dream realm, because there is some lessons that I'm meant to learn from the energies that I was connected to, or sometimes it's a message, but there are some lessons that I need to learn, or that I need to reevaluate, go back to, because maybe something may be surfacing that will be like it, or I don't know, but I feel like there's something that maybe I missed, and that's why these people come up in my dreams. I know sometimes too, it's because they're either speaking on me, thinking of me, or something. I know that as well, but I know it's a lesson for me. And yeah, I know ever so often I gotta vent. I gotta have my transparent moment. So that's what this is. So if you just aren't in the mood, then of course, click off. I mean, hit the like button before you go or whatnot. But show a little love. But it's just, as I am now trying to get my footing back, trying to get in a space where I don't want to say where I once was, but like I once was, where I was just, in a flow, no matter what was coming at me. Which okay, don't get me wrong, I'm still in a flow. I still handle things like that. But it's like that certain thing, like those things from last year, that what I went through, I haven't connected with it, and I gotta connect with it. And I feel like I can't connect. Well, I haven't connected with it because it's hard. It's hard for me to face it. It's hard for me to be in a space where I have to depend on other people for for somewhere for me and my children to lay our heads. That's hard, for one, and for two, I have made some decisions in my life to not repeat a cycle that I was in, and the me not repeating that cycle has let me how it's made things harder for me. It's made things harder for me, and I sometimes get into a space where I second guess, like, should I? And then I have people in my ear, like, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that, and sometimes I second guess it. But I prayed to be out of that cycle. I prayed to not be, to not have to depend on or lean on certain circumstances and certain situations anymore. And even though that made things easier for me at the time, it also made me feel, I don't know, it was like it made things easier on the surface, but internally it made me feel bad. And now I feel good about it internally, but on the surface, shit is hard. Shit is hard. Like, every single day, I have to battle negative thoughts every single day. But I know that I have to battle these negative thoughts because the enemy is trying to get me to go back to these cycles. And I'm just not, I just can't do it. I can look at it, I can think about it, I can have thoughts to convince myself that, yeah, go on, go bed. But at the end of the day, I just can't do it. I can't repeat the same cycles. And I guess that this is my transitional period. And I feel like my transitional period has lasted so long because of the fact, like I keep saying, like I have not faced how I feel about losing things. I have not experienced my mourning period. I remember as we were moving out, I had like a very tiny moment, like a few seconds, where I remember I was in my bedroom and I just kneeled down and I cried just for a few seconds. Not because not because I was losing the home, probably a little bit because of that, but I was just grateful for the experience of that home. It was my first house. It was my second own place. Like my first place was an apartment and my second place was a house. So it was my first house. A lot of a lot of trial and error went on in that home, in that house. And I don't know. I think because I felt so much of a relief from leaving that home that I didn't get to face that I no, I'm saying I didn't get to, but I did not face the pain of it because it was a lot of memories. And like I said, 13, 14 years in that house, it was a lot of memories in that house. A lot of memories. A lot of memories, child. Good, bad, ugly, beautiful. A lot of memories in that house. A lot of energies from that house. Family, friends, connections that I don't have anymore. Like, it was time to leave. And I accept that, but I haven't mourned it. I haven't mourned the loss. And I feel like being in a space of denial, that it hurts. It hurts to have lost my own safe space. It hurts to have lost that. But it also was like when I lost the house, I had already lost all of the connections that I'm speaking of that were connected to that home. I had already lost everyone. Like no one, maybe I'm gonna say two people know where I am now. Two people, and one of them talks so much that I'm sure other people know now, but only a couple of people that I told personally know where I'm living, where I am. And, well, outside of my parents and my siblings. But anyway, I just have to remind myself while I am someone who encourages other people, I have to remind myself to encourage myself. I have to remind myself to face my own bull, my own energies of low vibrations because I have them too. It doesn't matter that I love to embrace love and light. I love to embrace positivity. I still go through stuff. I still go through moments of where I'm uncertain myself, where I'm not sure myself. And a lot of the times I can get on here and encourage everyone else because of my experiences. But child, I got some work to do. I do. I got some work to do. I still have some healing to do. I still have some growing to do. But one thing about it, one thing for sure, one thing for certain, is I'm gonna always be here for y'all. I'm gonna always deliver y'all messages, encourage you, uplift you, and let you know that you are not alone. Even if you feel like you're alone, you're not alone. And even when it's hard, just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Everything that happens on our pathway is to grow us. And when we get to certain points of our life, when we get to those high points, we always see why. We always see the why in the low points every time we get to our high points. We can't see it in the wilderness, in the low points. But once we get to our high points, because life goes like this. We have those moments. Sometimes it goes like that. But everything happens for a reason. Everything happens to grow you, to help you heal, to help you learn, to help you not repeat the same cycles, especially if those cycles are unhealthy. Because everything everything on my journey right now, all of the struggles make me have a thought to go back to an old cycle or old cycles or past cycles. But I just cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I don't care how hard. I don't give a damn how hard it is. I'm not going back. I try. It was too hard to move forward from certain things. It was too hard to get through certain things, which is one of the reasons why I have not faced the the hurt, the sadness from losing my home, because I feel like I just dealt with so much stuff. I just dealt with enough. And then of course, I still have things that I deal with that aren't as heavy. But mm, I really don't know why I'm delivering this podcast today. I just know that I needed to get it out. I just needed to speak about it. I don't know where I'm going from here. I know that I do what I love. I know that no matter what, I'm going to continue doing what I love. But outside of that, I have no clue. I have no fucking clue. None. None whatsoever. I am in my wilderness. I am in my isolation. I am in my period of my life where it's just me and family. That's it. That's it. And I have moments where I wish that, I had someone outside of my family that I could connect with. But then I have my moments where I just don't feel like I'm ready to connect with outside people. And then I have my moments where I'm like, I need to connect with outside people. I need to connect with more people other than, my collectives, my YouTube family, my TikTok family. I don't know. I'm just going to continue to go with the flow. I'm going to keep praying. I'm going to work harder with meditating. Because I ain't going to say I mastered meditation, but I got to a space where it came to me so easy. But it's like lately, like I can't focus my mind. And I know it's because I created that blockage by not facing. I'm hearing my fears, but like, I get, maybe I guess that is a fear that after living on my own for all those years, and now I have to live with someone else. It's like, it's a fear that, what if I'm stuck here? What if I get stuck here and I can't break free and I can't move forward? What if I was watching a movie last night and he said, what if this is as good as it gets? And I just heard one of my own videos this morning, and I said, the Most High did not bring me this far just to leave me right here. So I know this is not as good as it gets. I know it's the enemy trying to make me think so. I know that it's people, old connections, that throw me shade, that throw me evil eye energy. I know it's even myself, my shadow self, that, is so protective over us that it that my shadow self causes me to have those same old thought patterns. And this is where my work comes in. This is where the work comes in, to fight through, to keep moving forward, to remember all of the practices, all of the shit that I've learned over these 3 years. I feel like this is my time right now to practice what I preach, to be in a space where you know what it feels like? It feels like an exit exam. It feels like all of the things that I've learned over these past few years, longer than 3 years. 3 years is when I started Enchantress of Romance, but my awakening to my spiritual journey started at the end of 2019. And before that, all of my struggles, all of the shit that I went through and faced, even more years. So y'all, now that I'm done venting and whining and being vulnerable, I just want to encourage you to just keep going. You never know what someone is going through. So don't feel like you going through something by yourself. Just because people may be all happy, all smiles on the outside, that don't mean that they're not completely torn up inside. It doesn't mean that they aren't fighting internal battles. They aren't combating demons. It just means that they are good at hiding it. They're good at hiding it, or they're fighting the good fight. And when you fight the good fight, you can't look like what you're going through. Because if you look like what you're going through, it's going to come at you even harder. Because then the enemy, the forces that used to be or want to be, they attack you harder because they feel like, dang, okay, we making some leeway. Look how they looking. They looking regularly. They won't do this. They won't do that. They don't do this no more. Like, you have to find something that gives you peace, something that makes you feel good, and do it with persistence and consistency instead of doing it based on your emotions. You have to do it, you have to make it like automatic. Almost, you have to make it like a part of who you are in order to like keep up a certain momentum. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? like like even now, even these past few weeks where I've been feeling it's like it's been bubbling under the surface more. The things that I need to face, I didn't know. It's like I didn't know what was wrong with me. I knew something was wrong with me. Like I knew it was like I felt like it was the things that were going on right now that was bothering me. But then I'd be like, why is that bothering me so bad? It's not that bad. And it's like it finally bubbled up to the surface. It finally showed itself for me to be able to finally tackle it. And child, I just feel like I can get back on track now because I can go on and just deal with it. Go on and just go into my space where I can just cry about it and move through it. People lose stuff all the time, Nicole. Just keep going. It's not something that won't ever come back to you. You're not going to be stuck. That's not a part of your destiny. That's not a part of your journey. This is just your space to fight, to keep going, to keep moving through, no matter what it looks like. You can't be out here helping everybody else and not help yourself and not turn around and face yourself. I used to have a day, like a self-care day, where I would just, all that day, I would just do things for self-care, for like, I would do my hair, I would do my nails, I would do my facial routine, my skincare, my eyebrows. You know, I would do all of the things. Have me a good spiritual bath. I would do all of that. And it's like now I have spiritual baths quite frequently, but they're not as extravagant as they used to be on my self-care day. I still do my eyebrows from time to time, but it's not like I just devote an entire day like I used to making myself feel good, to pouring love into myself. Like I don't pour the love into myself like I used to. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And I was gonna say I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post it because I know that things that I go through, other people go through it. Other people face it as well. So it's not about I'm gonna post it, but I just hope that something I'm saying in this video is helpful to somebody else. I hope it encourages you. I hope it lets you know that you can just keep going through anything. Just keep moving. Even if it's hard, even if it gets rough, even if you don't see the road ahead, just keep going. Even if you're just moving a little bit forward, just don't go back. You can look back just to learn. You know, I watched my old videos, and that's what gave me my breakthrough, was watching my old videos, going through my old TikToks and old YouTube, my own stuff. Like I would devote time to other people's YouTube and other people's TikTok, but not my own. And once I did that for myself, I had a breakthrough. So now my next step is, after I finish recording, I'm going to go through some old journal entries and create some new ones, just so I can just just get back grounded. Just get back grounded. A message that I'm getting for you, for the collective, is that there's something around the corner. I'm getting the image in my head, like when your package is on the way and it's like 10 stops away, 3 stops away. Your package is arriving now. Like that's the image that I'm getting. So I'm gonna pull, y'all know every time y'all listen to my mess, I do a reading for y'all. There's a thank you. So let me see. Let me set this up better. Well, out of my way. Because y'all got some anxiety too. Let's see. Oh, those fell out pretty quick. Where y'all go? Let's see what came out. Ooh, ooh. Very positive message. See, something is around the corner. Something positive is around the corner. I feel like just like me, we like this. You are getting into a space where you are stepping back into your power. You're finding your power, or you're remembering who you are. You know, Mufasa always come with, remember who you are. I feel this energy of love coming in, either pouring into yourself, mostly pouring into yourself, but it may be energies coming in to show you love, to pour into you. And this could be romantic or platonic. It doesn't matter. Love is love, especially that good old fashioned unconditional love. There's something that you're going to be defeating. You're going to be having a breakthrough. You're going to hear some type of siren, some type of an alarm, some type of bell, some type of loud noise. And that's going to be your confirmation that this is a time. I'm hearing that's when your package is going to be 3 steps away. 3 steps away? Okay. But I meant 3 stops away. Could be 3 steps away. There may be 3 specific things that you need to do, or 3 could just be a number, but it may be some steps that you need to do in order to bring in this victory or this success. I feel like someone is having some sort of back pain. Go to a chiropractor or a masseuse. Stop just letting it be. I don't know. You know what? I don't know why people don't go to chiropractors. I went to a chiropractor. Speaking of your truth, mess with your throat. I'm not gonna lie. It messes with your throat. It's like healing your throat chakra, and it also dehydrates you. Or that's what it does for me. I feel very, very dehydrated. Like I'm gonna drink all this water up before the day ends. Well, I'm gonna do that anyway, but soon. But I went to a chiropractor one time. I had one session, and it was after maybe a year or two. I was having like this neck back. I used to call it my neck back pain. I was in an accident where the truck flipped over, and I just was not right in my neck back area for like almost 2 years. I went to the chiropractor one time, and it was like one of those, you come in for a free something, and then your second visit will be like, we'll let you know what we saw, what we found, blah blah blah, and all the actions, steps we can take after that. And when I went, they like felt my neck back area. They hooked me up to something that it was like electricity, and it was different stuff. And I would say, no, I didn't get popped and cracked or none of that, but I would say maybe within that week I felt like no more neck back pain, no more neck back pain. So I'm just saying that to say, go to a chiropractor, go to a masseuse, get your back taken care of, get your body taken care of, because health is wealth. Okay. But I just see someone like, I'm hearing that you're creating a new foundation. So you may be in like this space, kind of like where I am, where you are like discovering new things about yourself and you're connecting with them. This is coming out again. You're having a victory over something. You're having a victory over, you're having some sort of breakthrough. You know what I feel like? I feel like I was guided to record this message because the energy in the collective is similar. The energy in the collective is, you probably were beating yourself up over something, or if you weren't beating yourself up over something, you were in denial about something. But you're in this space now where you are healing. You are growing through whatever it is you weren't facing, whatever it was you were beating yourself up about. There is forgiveness, there is healing, there is growth, and there is forward movement. And it's like once you cross over that space of that transition period, that's when all of the joy, all of the good things come in. Hold on. I'm hearing a word and something is, I feel guided to look it up before I say it. Yeah. So the word that I heard was penance. And it says voluntary self punishment inflicted as an outward expression of repentance for having done wrong. I feel like someone was beating themselves up over something. Like I said, if you weren't beating yourself up over something, you was in denial about something, like I was. But I mean, I honestly feel like I have been beating myself up over the situation as well, because especially when I get people in my ear telling me what I should do and what I need to do, and it's just like I appreciate people's advice and guidance and opinions, but it's just, that's not for me. And I think that I beat myself up over the fact that even though I'm how can I beat myself up over the fact that I lost everything and nothing is coming, like nothing has come in to replace what I've lost. So it makes me feel like, well, maybe you should listen to these people, or maybe you should listen to that voice, that little voice inside your head telling you to go back to certain cycles. Like, I feel like maybe I do beat myself up in that way, where listening to other people is, it tries to take over me. Cause I used to be a people pleaser, and breaking out of people pleasing ways, that is so hard. It was hard because I've done it now, but it is the hardest thing to, when you are someone who puts others before you, and then you move to a space where you start putting yourself first. That's hard, because especially when people tell you that you're wrong for doing it, because it may look wrong to them, it may look selfish to them, but you're doing what needs to be done in order to help you feel good, to help yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't be a people pleaser. You can't please everybody else if you're not pleased in no shape, form, or fashion. I've been to this park. I've been coming to this park for, how long I've been coming to this park now? Probably a little over a week. Every single time I've come here, maybe with the exception of one time and this time, it was only me. Nobody came here. Like from time to time, the police would come in here because they be clocking people on the street. But today, I pulled up. It's like 4 or 5 cars. Like, who are y'all? What are y'all doing in my park? But no, seriously, that makes me feel like, and some sort of influx of abundance, and influx of magnetism in your energy. Um, Obviously mine as well, because like I said, this is my park. I'm just playing. But anyway, I feel like someone has been deep in thought about something. I'm seeing math equations for some reason, or like uh maybe you are trying to deduce something, figure something out. Butterflies, butterfly in the sky. You can fly twice as high. Somebody's doing a lot of reading or needing to do a lot of reading. Research. Maybe someone wants to write a book, needs to write a book, is writing a book. Something about bread or a baguette is significant. Did I say flowers? Flowers are significant. Stop and smell the roses is what I'm hearing. There's some sort of treasure being unlocked for you, some sort of door being opened to you at this time. Something about peaches, peach cobbler, something. I'm hearing meringue. Someone may be like a baker. I just got a feeling of deja reveille, or deja vu as people like to call it. Like this moment has happened before. So a message that I'm getting from having that feeling of deja vu is deja reveille, but I'm gonna say deja vu for the sake of the conversation. Um, I feel like there is something that is transpiring that you have already, I'm hearing succumb to, but you've already been through it, or you've already seen something happen, or there's just like this energy of something happening again and going differently. It's going a different way. Something about waterfalls, or a lot of water, a large body of water. I'm hearing something about one single bird. You might see one single bird, one solitary bird flying or sitting, but one solitary singular bird is significant. The color green and yellow is significant. Let's see if we have any more messages. I'm hearing to take time for you. The number 8 may be significant. There's a lot of prosperity and positivity that's coming in for you after some sort of storm, after some sort of breakthrough, after some sort of shifting or shaking away of something. Especially when you get into a space where you go, where you go into a space of, I keep hearing solitude, where you go into a space where you just to yourself and learning yourself instead of always connecting with other people. You're in a space of solitude. Like me. I don't know. Like this message feels like, it feels like this message came about, this feeling came about in order for me to deliver this message. Because for one, I'm sure I need this message as well. I'm not gonna act like I don't need this message. But I feel like the collective needs this message. There's someone in the collective that is facing hard times, is facing a hard time, or in denial about a hard time. But denial is coming up a lot. I also saw it's like you going through this energy of not looking like what you've been through, what you're going through. But okay, you're going through this space of struggle or internal struggle. It might be surface level, it might be internal, whatever it is, you're going through a struggle. Someone doesn't know you're going through a struggle. They can't tell you going through a struggle. They just see you shining your light, vibing high, And like they throwing you the evil eye. So protect your energy. Psalm 90, 91. I was gonna say 92, so 92 may be significant. I need to read that one because I'm not as familiar with 92 as I am with 91. So let me put that in my notes. Psalm 92. But yeah, protect your energy from energy vampires, people who drain you, take advantage of your people pleasing energy. Be mindful at this time. Use discernment. I'm hearing to also practice gratitude in this moment. Practice a word that came up. It was a word of the day from, is it Word Genius, I think? You, hold on. Eudaimonism. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Eudaimonism. I guess that's how you say eudaimonism. It don't feel right. That's the word. Okay? And Google that word because that it just came up into my mind's eye. Like I don't know how to pronounce it. But you know what's coming up after looking at that word again is what's that movie? The Golden Compass. That movie is coming up. So someone may be dealing with I'm hearing mommy issues, but parental issues because it was daddy issues in there as well. You might be dealing with people trying to guide you or direct you on a specific path that they want you to take. And going on your own journey, on your own pathway, it's going to be lonely. It's going to be hard, but that's where you're meant to go. For a lot of you, you are someone who is like breaking free from some sort of programming that's been like a cycle within your family. It's probably one of those cycles that's within the world of, you got to do this in order to get this. You got to have this to be this, all of that. I feel like you're breaking free from it. And it's taking a lot of courage. It's taking a lot of inner strength to fight through. But I feel like I'm getting the number 10 again. I feel like you moving through it, the difficulty of it, I feel like you moving through it is going to help other people. Like people are going to benefit from you moving forward, moving through difficulties. I've been feeling like really dehydrated this entire recording, so I feel like either someone is needing to speak a truth, you are speaking a truth, or you just need to drink your water and connect with your emotions. Yeah. So are there any more messages? There's also a series, a TV series that was based off of that book, those series of books, because the Golden Compass, I just learned myself, was from a book series. And the TV series is called His Dark Material, so that may be significant to someone. May want to watch it. It is a good watch, so both of the movie and the series. Now keep in mind the series was short lived. It's only 3 or 4 seasons, so I would take my time watching it. Unless you're someone who likes to get lost in sci-fi, like you like to read books and get lost in the books, I haven't read the books, but it feels like they did a good job with translating the book into a movie or into a show. I feel like in speaking your truth, I feel like you should be careful who you speak your truth to. I'm also hearing who you speak truth about. I'm hearing that there's power in the tongue. I just saw your words are spells. So be careful what you speak, especially if you're a powerful manifester. Also, speaking is also connected to what you write. So be careful what you write as well. Words are spells. So you may be connected to the energy of a scribe. So be careful. Be careful of your speech, of what you speak. Use your powers for good. Any final messages? I feel like also that someone in the collective has been in denial of certain emotions. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I feel like. I feel like one day somebody gonna come up to this car. I'm gritting my teeth, but I'm not mad. Somebody gonna come up to this car and ask me about what I do. I just got that feeling. I don't know. And for me to say it on here, I don't. Maybe it's me having recorded proof that I felt it. Okay, so this is a very specific message. This is more spiritual than practical. So it might not resonate for some of you, but I feel like there is someone who, like, someone writes negatively about you, or it could be you writing negatively about someone else, but someone writes, I wanted to say speak as well, but someone speaks or writes negatively about you, and it's created some sort of evil eye energy in you, upon you, on you. And I feel like in order for you to connect with this, you're going to need to write. I see someone um, writing something on a piece of paper and burning it. So you may need to resort to fire magic to banish whatever this energy is that is upon you. But whatever it is, however you dispose of it, you're going to dispose of it. You're going to have victory over it. Even if you just write it and don't burn it. Because, a lot of people aren't into magic or rituals and things like that. So however you feel guided to break free of this, I'm hearing entanglement. I'm hearing that someone wrote a story about you. You wrote a story about someone, like you're in someone's story, biography, script, or something, like someone wrote you into something. And I'm also like a separate message. I feel like someone's going to be writing something that's going to be successful. I don't know if it's going to be a short story, a book, a script, a play, something, but it's going to be successful. You just got to finish writing it and put it out there. Don't let someone talk you out of your passions. Don't let someone talk you out of your dreams, not even you. Okay, y'all. I feel like I got one more message in here, even though it's time for me to go. We gone. Ooh, I used to cut lawns, y'all, and whoever they doing a horrible job. You know, you can cut too low and it'll burn the grass and cut like little holes in it. That's what they doing. But anyway, let's get this final message so we can go. Thank you, thank you, thank y'all for sticking around and listening to me vent and just allowing me the space to be vulnerable. I keep getting the message of victory. The number 10 keeps coming up. So you may want to Google the significance of the angel number 10. 1010. Why are you cutting that grass like that? Let it up. Let me mind my business. Don't look over here because I look another hole. Horrible. Horrible. I know I ain't say that right, but that's how it wanted to come out. Victory over defeat. Tens are definitely significant. The month of October could be significant as well. I'm specifically getting October the 5th. I'm hearing also within 5 Fridays. So that timeline may be significant for someone. I feel like it's in your destiny to have some sort of breakthrough in something. It's in your destiny to go through this period of conflict, of struggle, of second guessing yourself. Because you know, when you watch a lot of those movies about people going on their journeys, having these quests, it's always a period of like very strong battles, very strong struggles that they have to fight through, but they always win. They always make it through. I'm really judgy right now because then you missed the strip. Look, let me quit. But yeah, you know, you're gonna be victorious. Going through what you went through or what you're going through was a part of your journey. You were meant to go through it. Like I said, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens to help you, to heal you, to grow you, to prepare you. I'm hearing vast amounts of victory. Something big is coming in for you. Be open to it. Be open to it. Be ready for it. And remember that you deserve it. I'm hearing to face your fears. Fight your fears. Face your fears. I'm hearing to heal. Keep moving. Think positive. Words of affirmations. I keep hearing connect to your feelings, connect to your emotions. If you journal and you journal like I do, or you journal or you got multiple journals, look back at old entries. Especially like a year ago or 2 years ago, however far you can go back. And if you can't go back that far, go back to your first entries. Yeah. So yeah, y'all, this probably was all over the place. I don't know, but I know it's a message in here for somebody. I know it's some healing in here for somebody, some encouragement here for somebody. Even if it's just me, I don't know. But I send you all so much love and light. I thank you for being here, and I will see you on the next one. Namaste. I don't try to thank the Lord up above. And if you wonder